When a woman does you a favor, she expects you to reciprocate in a way that she only knows. You're welcome to section 2 of the Holy Quran, to section 2 of chapter 12 of the Holy Quran. And it begins with sign 7. It goes, لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي يُوسُفَ وَإِخْوَتِهِ آيَةٌ لِلسَّائِلِينَ آيَةٌ لِلسَّائِلِينَ. Verily, in Joseph and his brethren are signs for seekers, into brackets of truth. For seekers, into brackets of truth. Let's remove the brackets. For seekers, and that's all. For seekers, that's all, but into brackets of after truth. For those who seek after truth. It's a sign for all of us if you want the truth. If you want the truth, you need patience. Because without patience, the Aziz threw Joseph into cell. But the truth came out years after. So those who seek the truth must seek patience as well, or before that. Sorry, I'm giving the commentary before I get there, but I don't know if there's no. Yes, there is commentary to it, but I don't know if it's what I'm saying. Anyway, uh, Lisa Eileen for seekers. Sa Eileen. Sa Eileen means seekers. It can also be interpreted as those who ask. It's the same thing. Our honorable forefathers have used the word seekers for seekers of truth. Let's go to the commentary and see. 168. In Joseph's story, we have guilt and evil contrasted in so many different ways. Those in search of true spiritual knowledge can see it embodied in concrete evidence in the story of many facets, matching the colors of Joseph's many-colored coat. Facet is spelled many facets, F-A-C-E-T-S, for some of those who may not know. Okay, so that is it. It needs patience, it needs truth. The patient person always gets the truth, the real thing underlying underneath an action. Okay, and that is the commentary. That is commentary 1638 to sign 2 of section 2 of chapter 2 of chapter 12 of the Holy Quran. We go to sign, the next sign, which is, no, yes, we go to the next sign, which is sign 8. Iskalu, oh God, oh God, Iskalu la Yusufu wa ahwahu Iskalu la Yusufu wa ahwahu ahabu ila abina minna wa nahnu asbatun. They said, truly, Joseph and his father. Sorry, they said, truly, Joseph and his brother are loved more by our father than we. Wakalu la Yusufa wa ahahu ahabu ila abina minna than we. Wananu Batun, Wanano Usbatun. But we are a good body. So the 11 of them have started teaming against Joseph and the brother Benjamin or Benjamin, plus both parents, father and mother. This is where the evil plan starts. Hmm? They start softly, slowly, like an aeroplane taking off. You warm the engine is first warmed, it will then it will take off. It will run, then take off. So that's their takeoff. Hmm? They are planning now by saying that the 11 of them are less loved by Yusuf and his brother and their father. Hmm? Oh my God. As if it's nothing, but it's something. We're coming. Or we're coming to that if God wills. Hmm? Minna. Wananu. Usbatun. He said, but they are also good. But we are a goodly body. So the 11 say, oh, they love each other too much. We are also good. We are not bad. You see? Okay. Mm. Uh-huh. Inna abana lafi dilalin mubin. Inna abana lafi dilalin mubin. Very really, or really, our father is obviously in error. So that's the second step. After saying these things, they are now blaming the father directly that the father is in error. We will see more. So you see, they begin slowly. They're going on from the first step that they love the parents love Joseph and the brother more than them. They're not going. They go straight away, or they take another step. Our father is in error. Yes, our father is in error. In Abana, Fidilal Mubin. Okay, Dalalin Mubin, not Dalalin Mubin. Okay, let's go. We go to the next step. What does it say? Iktulu, Iktulu Yusufa, أو at رهوه أو at rahu أو at rahuhu ardan. Slay, slay ye Joseph, or cast him out to some unknown land. Ardan. Iktuluhu, Iktulu Yusufa, at ra, أو at rahuhu ardan. Cast him into an unknown land. Let's see. To some unknown land. And what is it? From there, what does it say? Ardan. Yahlu, Yahlu lakum, Yahlu lakum, wa ishu. Yajlu lakum, wajhu, abakum. Wajhu abayakum. Sorry for bad reading. Yaj, yajlu, Yajlu lakum, wajhu, abayakum. Watakunu min bagdi hi kauman salihin. uh, Unknown land, where we stopped at unknown land. That so the favor of your father may be given to you alone. That the favor of your father will be given to you alone. You see, mankind, when the favor of the father was given to Joseph and the brother Benjamin alone, they didn't like it. But now they want to divert the favor of the same man to them alone. That's mankind. Eh? Alone. Mm? Uh, where are we going? It doesn't end there. So you become a righteous people. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, how does it? Watakunu min bagdihi kauman swalihi. That ye, sorry, that will be time in straight. That will be time enough. That will be time enough. It is in brackets. That will be time enough. It's in brackets. For you to be righteous after that. That will be time enough for you to be righteous after that. Bagdihi, come on. In Bagdihi, Kauman Salihin. Watakunu min Bagdihi, Kauman Salihin. Then you become a righteous people. That you become righteous after that Bagdihi. After that Bagdihi. We now go to commentary for that. Did we do commentary for 3.8? I can't remember. Okay, let's do 3.8 first. No, I think we've done it. Yes, we've done it. We go to 3.9. The 10 brothers envied and hated their innocent younger brothers, Joseph and Benjamin or Benjamin. Jacob had the wisdom to see that his young and innocent sons wanted protections and to preserve Joseph's spiritual greatness, protection and to preserve Joseph's spiritual greatness. But the wisdom to them was folly or madness, or imbe- or imbecility or imbecility, because it touched their self-love, as truth often does. Yes, truth often touches self-love of the person against whom the truth is, as truth often does. As they relied on the brute strength of numbers, the 10 hefty brethren against old Jacob, against old Jacob, the lad Joseph and the boy Benjamin. The lad Joseph and the boy Benjamin. I don't know why they use the word lad for. I don't know why our commentators use the word lad for Joseph, and for the brother they said, for the brother they use the word boy. So you see, the 10 of them are more grown than the two boys. Then the father is weak, and they are imagining that they cannot withstand them. That's the 10 of them. So that's the imagination of the evil person, or of the evil group. I mean, uh, that's the end of the commentary for section 8, for ayah 8. We now go to sign ayah 9. No, that's ayah 9 rather. Ayah 9 rather. Am I right? No, that's commentary was rather for ayah 9. Sign 9. No, it's for sign 8. Sign 9, the, let's see. Sign 9, the commentary is to follow, yes. Sign 9, the commentary is to follow. Mhm. And that is 1640, yes. I've gotten myself, okay. 164340. There seems to be some irony here, consistent with the cynical nature, consistent with the cynical nature of these callous, worldly wise brethren. Full stop. The goodness of Joseph was a reproach to their own weaknesses. To their own weakness. No, not weaknesses. It's a reproach to their own weakness. Full stop. Perhaps the grieved father contrasted Joseph against them and sometimes spoke of it, colon, and then followed by double inverted commas. Why don't you be good like Joseph? That is the thought of the father, or what he told them. I don't know, either the thought or the utterance. Why don't you be good like him? Inverted commas close. This was gall and wormwood to them. This was gall and wormwood to them. Gall is spelled Gall. Well, I'm not pronouncing it well. Either it's gall or gall. I think it's gall. Gall. I don't know everything. Or even if I know, I can't remember everything. This was gall to them. Uh, yes, this was gall and wormwood to them. Full stop. Real goodness was a was to them real goodness was to them nothing but a name. Yes. Perhaps it only suggested hypocrisy. Perhaps it only suggested hypocrisy to them. So they plotted to get rid of Joseph. Full stop. In their mean hearts, they thought that would bring back their father's love whole to them. Whole, Whol, whole. They will bring back their father's love whole to them. Not partially, whole to them. But they valued that love only for what, but they valued that love only for what material good they could get out of it. Only for what the material good that they could get out of it. On the other hand, their father was neither foolish nor unjustly partial. Full stop. He only knew the difference between gold and dross. He knew the difference between gold and dross. Dross, Dross. Full stop. They say, in irony, let us first get rid of Joseph. It will be time enough then to pretend to be guilt like him, or to repent of our crime after we have had all its benefits in material things. In material things. And that is inverted commas close, followed by an exclamation mark. And that was commentary for sign 9. We now go to sign 10. Okay. Kala, Kala, Ka ilun, Mihum. Ka ilun, Mihum. La taktulu, La taktulu Yusufa. One of them said, don't slay Joseph. Kala, Sa ilun Mihum. One of them, Kala, Ka ilun Mihum. One of them said, Kala, Mihum of them. La taktulu Yusufa. Don't kill Yusuf. La taktulu Yusufa. Wal wa alkahu wa alkahu wa alkahu fi gamatin وألقه في غايات sorry وألقه في غايات في غايات الجب في غايات الجب م? يلتقطه بعده يلتقطه بعد السيارة إن كنتم فاعلين if you do that let's see. uh, Said one of them, slay not Joseph, but if ye must do something, throw him down to the bottom of a well. Hmm? Alkihu, let me see, where is it? Wa alkuhu fi gayatin, fi gayatul jubi. Throw him down to the bottom of a well. What does it mean? Don't slay him, but throw him down in the bottom of a well. And you know how deep the well of a desert is? And he said, don't kill, but throw him down. He's going to get broken limbs all over, and he won't be able to come out. Okay, but he said he was found by some travelers. Okay, let's see. Maybe he found by travelers. He's going to be found with broken bodies altogether, broken parts, appendages, if you like. وَإِلْكِهُ fi gayat jibni, in the bottom of a well. يَلْتَكِتْهُ Bagdul Sayarati. Huh? Okay, he adds, throw him to the bottom of the well. He will be picked up by some caravan or travelers. He will be picked up by some caravan or travelers. Yaltakituhu Bagdul Sayarati. Caravan or travelers. In kuntum fa'ilin. That's if you do that, he will be picked by some caravan or travelers. If you do that, is there a commentary for any comment? Yes, there is. 1641. Comment 1641. One of the brethren, perhaps less cruel by nature, or perhaps more worldly wise, said, "Why undertake the risk of blood guiltiness? Throw him into the well. You see, throw him into the well. You see there. Throw him into the well, Throw him into the well. You see the well, Well. Throw him into the well, you see there. Some travelers passing by will pick him up and remove him to a far ground. If not, at least we shall not have killed him. If not, at least we shall not have killed him. In other words, if no caravan or traveler comes across him, then at least they haven't killed him. Any sense in it? Huh? So, in other words, if nobody comes across him, at least they haven't killed him. At least they haven't killed him. They've thrown him into the bottom of the well. Expecting him to do what? To die or not to die? Oh my God. Okay. Oh, have I lost my bearing? We are at least we shall not have killed him. This was false casuistry. This was called false casuistry. Casuistry. Casuistri. Oh, where is it? This was false casuistry. This was false casuistry, but such casuistry appeals to sinners of a certain kind of temperament. Full stop. The evil was apparently a dry well, deep enough to prevent his coming out. That's all. Deep enough to prevent his coming out. But with no water in which he could be drowned. It was deep enough, but no water. That is a desert well. There's no water that will make him drown. But then he couldn't have escaped death. Mm. Okay. Uh, in which he could be drowned. It was God's plan to save him alive. It was God's plan to save him alive. Mm. But not to make Joseph indebted to any of his brethren for his life. So it was God's plan that made them to devise this plan, mm, and nobody else. And nobody else's plan. Not the father, not the mother, not even the brothers, but it was God's plan. Mm. And that was sign 1641. We now go to, no, that was sign 10. And that was sign 10 with the commentary number 1641. 1641. Now we go to sign 11. Kalu ya abana. Kalu ya abana. Malaka la tamana. Malaka la tamanna ala Yusufa wa inna lahu lanasihu wa inna lahu lanasihun. I think that's advisors. They said, "Oh, our father, why doest thou not trust us with Joseph, comma, and dash, seeing we are indeed his sincere well wishers, advisors or well wishers, seeing we are indeed his sincere well wishers." You see this here, and they didn't know that the father knew they hated him rather. They never knew that Prophet Jacob knew very well that they didn't like the child, his son Joseph and Benjamin. They knew. And yet they came to him to say they wished him well and he should entrust him, he should entrust Joseph into their care. Oh my God. That's why the beginning they told us, in the introduction they told us, the story about Joseph is more detailed than other stories. Oh, and we go to 164 to commentary. The plot having been formed, the brethren proceed to put it into execution. Full stop. Jacob, knowing the situation, did not ordinarily trust his beloved Joseph. Did not ordinarily trust his beloved Joseph with the brethren. Full stop. The latter, therefore, remonstrate and feign brotherly affection. The latter, therefore, remonstrate and feign brotherly affection. Remonstrate, remonstrate, remonstrate and feign brotherly affection. That's sign 1 4. That's sign 1642. I'm sorry, that's notes. That's commentary, note or commentary. That's note 164342. That's note. Note 1642 to sign 11. We now go to sign 12. Arsalhu ma'ana gadan yarta'u wa yal'abu. Send him with us tomorrow. Send him with us tomorrow to enjoy himself and play. To enjoy himself and play. Oh my God. Eh? Arsaluhu ma'ana gadan. Send him to us to tomorrow. Yarta'u wa yal'abu. Eh? To enjoy and play. Yarta'u wa yal'ab. Yarta'u wa yal'ab. That's the right one. That's the right reason. Yartab ويلعب في إن ف ويلعب that's all okay وإنا له لحافظون وإنا له لحافظون will keep him. Mm. And we shall take every care of him. We shall keep him or we take every care of him. Commentary is 1643. They did not expect their prostrations. Sorry, they did not expect their protestations to be believed in, but they added, they added an argument that might appeal both to Jacob and Joseph. Full stop. They were going to give their young brother a good time. Huh? They were going to give him a good time. Mm. Why not let him come out with them and play and enjoy himself to his heart's content? Oh my God. All right. That's sign 1643 to, sorry, that's note 1643 to sign 12. We now go to sign 13. Said, oh no, we are going to the English word. Kala, that's Kala. Jacob said, Kala, inni la yahzunuhu wa yahzununna. Inni la yahzununni, sorry, inni la yahzununi an tashabu bihi wa ahafu an yakulahu wa ahafu an yakulahu allazina. No, no, not allazina. Wa ahafu an yakulahu azibu. An yakulahu azibu. Wa antum anhu gafilin. The father said, Jacob said, really, it saddens me that you should take him away. I fear lest the wolf should devour him while ye attend not to him. So the father was afraid if they take him away, and probably they're not paying attention to him. He was so young, so tender, so tender. A wolf might finish him. An yakullahu. No, it's here. An yakulahu azibu, a wolf. An yakulahu azibu, a wolf. That a wolf might devour him. An yakulahu azibu, and a youth might devour him while ye attend not to him. Wa antum anhu gafilin. While you're not paying heed to him, you're not paying attention to him, a wolf might chop him. The father told them his fears. 1644. Jacob did not know the precise plot, but he had strong misgivings. But how could he put off these brethren? That was the dilemma in which Jacob was their father. If they were given to open hostility, they would be certain to cause him harm. Full stop. He must deal with the brethren wisely and cautiously. He pleaded that he was an old man and would miss Joseph, and be sad without him. And be sad without him. He was old and would miss Joseph, and he would be sad without him, Joseph. And be sad without him. And after all, Joseph was not of an age to play with them. Of course, he was far younger than them. You imagine the 11th or the two of them, 11th and 10th children, playing with somebody who is who came 12 births before them, or 11 births before them. Now there is an age gap, a deep age gap between them. Okay. Uh, Joseph was not of an age to play with them. They would attending to their they would be attending to their own affairs. Yes, they would be attending to their own affairs. And a wolf might come and attack and kill Joseph. Full stop. In saying this, he was really unwittingly giving a cue to the wicked ones, for for they use that very excuse in verse 17 below. We are yet to get to that. We are yet to get there. Thus the wicked plot thickens. But there is a counter plan also, which is drawing a noose of lies around the wicked ones. Pardon me. The uh, ar- around the wicked ones. Drawing a noose of lies around the wicked ones. Noose is spelled Noose. Around the wicked ones, so that they are eventually driven into a corner and have to confess their own guilt in verse 91 to come. In verse 91 below. And through repentance obtain forgiveness. And through repentance obtain forgiveness. That was note 1644 to sign 13. We now go to sign 14. Kalu, Kalu, la in akulahu azibu wa nanu usbatun, inna idhan laha siru. This is the argument of the brothers now. They said, if the wolf were to devour him while we are a party, while we are into brackets, so large a party, while we are so large a party, then should we be the losers? In other words, they love Joseph so much so that they wouldn't allow themselves to be taken away by carelessness for a wolf to devour him. This is what we call crookedness. Eh? Crookedness of thoughts. Hmm? Of thoughts. And they didn't know that Jacob was worse than all of them. Oh, children. Hmm? Okay. We would be the losers. So that was commentary for sign. No. That was commentary for sign. That's commentary to sign 30. We now go to. No, that was commentary to sign 14. And the commentary is 1645. Oh, all right, let's go to. For sure, we've done 14. Yes, and that's commentary 1645 to sign 14. 164 to sign 14. Now we go to sign 15. Uh, فلما ذهبوا به وأجمعوا أن يجعلوه في جيا في غيابة الجبن. So they did take him away, and they all agreed to throw him down to the bottom of the well. So many of my Christian brethren do not think this story is so elaborate in the Quran. But you can see that it seems to be more elaborate than the biblical narrative. Okay. Um, so they did take him away, and they all agreed to throw him down to the bottom of the well. Mm. في غيابة الجبي في غيابة الجبي. وأوحينا إليه وأوحينا إليه لتنبي لتنبيننهم no sorry لتم لتنا لتنبئنهم لتنبئنهم بأمرهم هذا بأمرهم هذا وهم لا يشعرون. It's now God speaking, I believe, to throw him down to the bottom of the well. And we, now God is speaking, and we put into his heart, into whose heart? Joseph's heart. And we put into his heart, uh, and we put into his heart this message in brackets. We put into his heart this message, Joseph's heart, this message of surety. They shall one day tell of surety, sorry, of surety, of surety, thou shall, into brackets, one day tell them the truth of this their affair, while they perceive not. So God put in Joseph's mind, you let them carry on. One day, they themselves will tell the truth of their iniquities against me. God put that thought in Joseph's head. Mhm. Uh, uh, tell them the truth of this affair, of this their affair, while they perceive not. Uh, what is it in Abkal? While they perceive not. Wahum la yesh arun. Yeah, while they perceive not. Wahum la yesh arun. We now go to the commentary to read, and it's commentary 1646 and 1647. Let's go to 1646. Mm, mm. God was with Joseph. God was with Joseph in all his difficulties, sorrows, and sufferings, as he is with all his servants who put their trust in him. So it's not only Joseph. God is with you, the viewer, with me, the viewer, and everybody else. Whenever you are under the evil plot of people, God is with you. Mm. Uh, as he is with all his servants who put their trust in him. Yes, but first of all, we should put our trust in him. The poor lad was betrayed by his brothers and left perhaps to die or to be sold into slavery. Full stop. But this, but his heart was undoubted. His heart was undoubted. Undoubted. Undoubted is O-U, not doubted. UN. Undoubted is UNDAUNTED. But his heart was undaunted. Mm. Because goat, goat, which the brethren had killed ex- expressly for this purpose. Sorry, no. I've jumped some page. Was undoubted. His courage never failed him. So, amidst all this, Joseph never feared. That's through the inspiration of God, the Almighty. Joseph never feared. Mm. His courage never failed him. On the contrary, he had an inkling. On the contrary, he had an inkling, present, a presentiment, comma, of things that were to be. He had a presentment of things that were to be, dash, that his own rectitude and beauty of soul would land him on his feet, and perhaps someday his brothers would stand in need of him, and he would be in a position to fulfill that need. So while they were doing this, these were the thoughts in Joseph's mind, put there by God. Mm, fulfill that need, and would do it gladly, putting them to shame for their present plotting and betrayal of him. Uh, that's one commentary 1648 46. We are going to commentary 1647 to the same sign, which is sign 15. Mm. And it's going to tell while they perceive not. The commentary to read. This situation actually occurred when Joseph later on became the governor of Egypt, and his brothers stood before him, suing for his assistance. Sue, Suing, suing for his assistance, although they did not know that he was their betrayed brother. So they had done that and they've gone home. That's all. They thought that was all. Then years came by, famine came, and they went in front of him to look for food. They never thought it was Joseph. It was Joseph, their brother, who was in charge of distributing food. Okay. But Joseph never bore any evil feeling against them. He did not he did not think of any revenge. Mm. Okay. But though they did not know that he was their betrayed brother. See 1289 below, also 1258. We yet to go there. Hmm? All right. We now go to that was sign. These the two were signs 1646 and 1647 to sign 15. We now go to sign 16. Hmm? Waja'u abahum ashayan yabkuna yabkuna. Then they came to their father in the early part of the night, weeping. It's happening today. Somebody kills the husband deliberately. And when people come, she'll be the one to pour volumes of tears. Hmm? She'll be the one to pour volumes of tears. Hmm? Waja abahum ashian in the night. eh, Yabkuna, weeping or crying. Hmm? 1648. That's commentary for it. The plotters were ready with their false tale for their father, but in order to make it appear plausible, they came sometime after sundown. Why sundown? So that it will be too late for them to go and fetch for him. They are the very people who will go and fetch for him. The father cannot go, or the father could not go. Hmm? Came after sundown, to show that they had made an effort to search for their brother and save him, if not foolishness. When you're going, your father knew you were going to come back without Joseph. He knew it, but there was nothing he could do. He just had to release him for you. All right. Uh, they could not save him. And that was Psalm 1648. 1648 to, no, that was note 1648 rather, to Psalm 16. We now go to Psalm 17. Kalu ya abana inna ذهبنا نستبق إنا ذهبنا نستبق وتركنا يوسف عند متاع عند متاعنا فأكله الذئب. It's not foolish people. Eh? They are telling the father all the fear he had in him concerning Joseph leaving him. Listen to what they are now saying. They said, "Oh, our father, we went racing with one another, and left Joseph with our things, and the wolf devoured him." Precisely what the father said. Fear. Hmm? Okay. Azebu wa akalahu azebu wama anta wama anta bimomi wama anta bimomen lana walau kunna sadiqin. And they added, "But thou will never believe us, even though we tell the truth." Why that comment? Why? Thou will never believe us, even though we are telling the truth. Okay, 1650. No, 1649 first. 1649 first. They wanted to make out that they were not negligent of Joseph. They were naturally having games and exercise, while the boy was left with their belongings, or luggages, if you like, was left with their belongings. Mm. It was the reason that prevented them from seeing the wolf. Mm. And Jacob's fears about the wolf, that's 213, we've gone past that. That's 213. 1213 rather. Joseph's fear about the wolf, into brackets 1213, made them imagine that he would swallow the wolf story readily. Mm. And and Jacob's fear, Jacob's fears about the wolf, 1213, made them imagine that he would swallow the wolf story readily. So that was their belief as children. They thought that the father would actually believe them. Mm. Then, 1650, they were surprised that Jacob received the story about the wolf with cold incredulity. Eh? So they grew petulant. Petulant is spelled Petulant. Mm. So they grew petulant, put on an air of injured innocence, and bring out the blood-stained garments described in the next verse. In those days, we didn't have any DNA tests, so there was nothing anybody could do in those days. Mhm. Blood-stained garment described in the next verse. Mhm. So now we go to the next verse now, and that is or to the next sign now, and that is sign 18. Mhm. Sign 18. Oh, we left with about 2, 3 verses to go. Okay, we go to sign 18. Mhm. وجاءوا على قميصه بدم كذب. They stained his shirt with false blood. وجاءوا على قميصه بدم كذب. كذب with false blood. كذب false. دم blood. They stained his shirt with false blood. He said, I think that's Joseph now. He said, Kala, but Sawallat, he said, Bal Sawallat قالوا إني لا يحزنني أن تذهبوا به وأخاف أن وأخاف أن يأكله الذئب. آه الذئب وإن له وهم لا يحسبون. أها. قالوا قال بل سولت. This is it. Like اسمه به كزم قال بل سولت. قال بل سولت. He said, yes, okay. He said, nay, but your minds have made up a tale with you. Your minds have made up a tale, into brackets, that may pass with you. Kala, bal sawallat, but sawallat lakum anfusukum amaran. But sawallat lakum anfusukum amaran. He said, nay, but your minds have made up a tale that may pass with you. Amaran, that may pass. Nafsi amaran. Fasabrun jamil. Fasabrun jamilun. Uh, pass with you. For me, patience is most fitting. For me, patience is more fitting. Uh, Fasabrun jamilun. Fasabrun jamilun. For me, patience is more fitting. Wallahu musta'anu wa allu musta'anu ala ma tasifuna. Jacob. Let me pass with you. For me, patience is most fitting. Column. Against that which ye are set, it is against that which ye are set. It is God alone whose help can be sought. It is God alone whose help can be sought. Wallahu la musta'alu. Wallahu la musta'anu ala ma tasifun. And it is God alone whose help can be sought regarding what you have planned. Regarding what you plan. That's this my own commentary, please. Okay, let's go to let's go to commentary for it. Sign 1651 and 1652. There are two commentaries to sign 18. 5:1. Let's go to 5:1. Joseph wore a garment of many colors, which was a special garment peculiar to him alone. Yeah, the father did love him indeed. If the brethren could produce it blood-stained, therefore, before their father, if the brethren could produce it blood-stained, hyphenated, before their father, they thought he would be convinced that Joseph had been killed by a wild beast. But the stain on the garment was a stain of false blood, not the blood of Joseph, but the blood of a goat. But the blood of a goat, which the brethren had killed expressly for the purpose. Okay, one would say they still love the brother. I think they still had some love for Joseph. Otherwise, they could have killed him. Actually, they could have actually killed him. Either they still had some love for Joseph, or they were trying to beat the imagination, to beat the suspicion of the father. One of them. Either they loved Joseph indeed in a hidden way, or they just did this to beat the suspicion of, or to lessen the suspicion of the father, which the brethren had killed expressly for this purpose. Their device, however, was not quite convincing because, as some commentators have pointed out, the garment was intact, mm, which is conceivable, which is unconceivable if a wolf had indeed devoured Joseph. So, if he had actually been devoured by the wolf, the garment would have been torn. There would have seen some here torn. No, but it was intact. You see, children, but the shirt was okay, no problem, no tear anywhere, but blood stain. How? Then that could be a woman wolf, or a wolf with, or a special wolf. Oh God. Okay. 1652. 1652 to the same sign. Joseph saw that, sorry, Jacob saw that there had been some foul play, and he did not hesitate to say so. Full stop. In effect, he said, "Ah, me, the tale you tell me, the tale you tell me be good enough for you who invented it. But what about me, your aged father? What is there left? What is there left in life for me to know? What is there left in life for me to know? What is there in life? What is there left in life for me now? Sorry, for me now, with my beloved son gone. For me now, with my beloved son gone. These are the lamentations of Jacob, sorry. And yet, what can I do but hold my heart in patience and implore God's assistance? I have faith, but I know that all that he all that he does is for the best. Yes. There are parents all over the world, pining over their loved ones. They should remember that Jacob did worry more than them. So this verse is for parents who have lost their children, either in truth or in false, or falsely, either in truth or falsely. And I I bear my sympathies with them. I share with them their grievance, their sadness. This is a very sad story. I have faith. I know that all that He does is for the best. All that God does is for the best. In other words, we go to Psalm 19. 19. And what does it say? وجاءت وجاءت سيارة فأرسلوا فأرسلوا واردهم فأرسلوا واردهم فأدلى فأدلى دالوه. Then came then they came a caravan of travelers. They sent their water carrier, into brackets for water, and he let down his bucket into the well. وجاءت سيارة فأرسلوا واردهم فأدلى دلوه Kala. And he said, that's after throwing the bucket inside there. The bucket is what? uh, Dalwahu, bucket. After throwing his bucket, he said, Carla, he said, ah, there, good news. Ah, there, good news. There is a fine young man. So they concealed him as a treasure. So when he threw the bucket, he saw that there's a fine boy inside. They concealed him. Mm. Uh, let me see. The Kala. Ya Bushra Kala. Ya Bushra Haza Gulamun. He said, there, good news, Bushra. There, Bushra, good boy. Good news. Mm. Here is a fine young man, Gulabun. Here is a fine young man, Haza Gulabun. وأسروه بدعة وأسروه بدعة young man. So they concealed him. So they concealed him. وأسروه بدعة. So they concealed him as a treasure. وأسروه بدعة. والله عليم بما يعملون. But God, oh, but God knoweth well what they do. But not God knoweth well all that they do. Commentary 1653. 1653. Then comes the caravan of unknown travelers. Then came the caravan of unknown travelers. Midianite or Arab merchants. Midianite or Arab merchants. Midianites is Madian. 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 Midianite, Madian in Arabic. Midianites or Arab merchants traveling to Egypt with merchants such as the Balm of Gilead in Transjordania. In accordance, full stop, in accordance with custom, the caravan was preceded by advance parties to search out water and pitch a camp there, and pitch a camp near there. They naturally went to the well and let down their bucket. They naturally went to the well and let down their bucket. We now go to 64, 1654, and 1655, all to the same 19. So 1655 first. 1654 first, sorry, 1654 first, and let down their bucket. Then 54. The water carrier is surprised and taken aback, when he finds a youth of comely appearance. Comely is Comely, a boy of comely appearance, innocent like an angel, with a face as bright as sun. When he was in there, God the Almighty made him appear even more beautiful and precious, like gem, shining. Very difficult not to notice. Bright as the sun. Like angel with a face bright like the sun. What is he to make of it? Question. Anyhow, to see him as a delight. Anyhow, to see him as a delight, and he shouts it out as a piece of good news, Bushra, as a piece of good news, Bushra. Full stop. Some commentators think that Bushra, the Arabic word for good news, Bushra, the Arabic word for good news. So when a lady is called Bushra, it means good news. Bushra is the Arabic word for good news. Is a proper noun The name of the companion to whom he shouted is a proper noun. The name of the companion to whom he shouted. So that's commentary 5:4. We'll go to 5 commentary 1655 to the same sign, that 19. So 19 had three commentaries: 1653, 54, and 55. We now go to 55. It was a caravan of merchants, and they think of everything in terms of the money to be made out of it. Here was an unknown, unclaimed youth of, of surpassing beauty, with apparently a mind as refined as was his external beauty. If he could be sold in the opulent slave markets of Memphis or whatever was the capital of Hyksos, or whatever was the capital of Hyksos dynasty, of Hyksos dynasty, then ruling in Egypt, what a price he would fetch. So this immediately saw Joseph as treasure, as something to be sold. Price, what a price would he fetch? Yes. They had indeed they had indeed lighted upon a treasure. Yes, they had indeed lighted upon a treasure. Exclamation mark. And they wanted to conceal him lest he was another's slave and had run away from his who might come and claim him. So they even thought that Joseph was a runaway slave. If he was a runaway slave, how could he put himself in that deep well? Well, I don't know. Okay. The circumstances were peculiar, and the merchants were cautious. Bid'at, stock in trade. And the merchants were cautious. Then full stop. Then bid'at, stock in trade. Capital, money, wealth, treasure. These are the meanings of bid'at. Let's go to the verse and see if it is there. That's it there. Bushran. Haza gulamun wa asruhu bid'at. Yes. So asruhu bid'at. They kept him. Uh, they concealed him as a treasure, and here the word treasure is bid'at, and it's explained here. Bid'at is treasure, as well as it is treasure. It is also stock in trade, capital, money, wealth. These are all the meanings of bid'at. So they will hide him as bid'at. And that is sign 1655. No, note 1655 to sign 19. 1655 to sign 19. Wakanu fihi min zahirun. Did I finish this? Yes. Did I finish this? Yes. Okay. وشره وشره ب وشره بتمب وشره بثمت ناشن وتمر بتمت ناسن داره نسم دارهم ونسم دارهما معدودة وكانوا فيه من الزاهدين. Oh, no, that's rather Psalm 20. Psalm 20. I'm reading. That's Psalm 20. I'm reading. وَشَرَهُ بِثَمَنٍ نَحْسٍ. The brethren sold him for a miserable price. Tamaran, Nashin, Darahima, miserable price for a few dirhams. For a few dirhams, Darahima. فشره بثمن باش درهم دراهم معدودا counted out in counted out وكانوا فيه من الزاهدين. In such low estimate did they hold him. In such low estimate did they hold him. Hold who? Joseph. So they sold him for a very small price, miserable price. We now go to 156, 1656, 1657, and 1658 to sign 20. Let's see, to sign 20. Let's go to 560. Dirham. No, 56 first. To different mind, the situation appeared different. To different mind, the situation appeared different. Oh, note. That's a note to 16 rather, to 19 rather. That's a note to sign 16, 19 rather. Yes, we didn't finish the notes to 56. 56. No, we didn't finish the note to sign 19, and that's what I'm reading now. This is the last note to sign 19. In other words, there were 4 notes to read, or 4 commentaries to read. So let's go there. Let's go to the 4th one before we go to sign 20 and its commentaries. To different mind, the situation appeared different. Joseph must have felt keenly the edge of his brother's treason. His father Jacob was lost in sorrow of the loss of his best beloved son. The brethren were exulting in their plan of getting rid of one whom they hated. Full stop. The merchants were gloating over their gains, but the horizon of all was limited. Uh, God knew their plans and their feelings and motives, and He was working out His own plan. He was working out His own plans. Indeed, He's the best of planners. Full stop. Neither the best of us nor the worst of us know whither our destiny is leading us. Dash, how evil plots are defeated and goodness comes to its own in marvelous ways. How evil plots are defeated and goodness comes to its own in marvelous ways. Now we go to the commentaries to section 2, sign 20, and there are 2, 57 and 58. 57 and 58. Diram, Daratan, Daratan. For Greek, drachma. So Diran, which is Daratan, which we read already. Let me see if it's Daratan. Let me be sure of it. Yes, Daratan. Bida'atan, da'atan. So diram, da'atan is a Greek word. That's from Greek. Drachma, drachma, sorry, is a Greek word. Drachma, a small silver coin which varied in weight and value at different times and in different states. And that's dirham. So dirham is drachma, and it's also tartan. Okay, now we go to the second note, to the same sign, 20. There was mutual deceit on both sides. The brethren had eventually been watching to see. The brethren had evidently been watching to see what happens to Joseph. When they saw the merchants take him up and hid him and hide him, when they saw the merchants take him out and hide him, they came to claim his price as a runaway slave. Or as a runaway slave. I say runaway slave or runaway slave. I don't know. Eh? Uh, but dared not dared not haggle over the price. Yes, they wanted him to be bought, so they couldn't get a big price for him. They wanted everything sharp, 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 sharp. But dare not haggle over the price. Haggle is spelled Haggle. Dare not haggle over his price, lest their object to get rid of him should be defeated. Yes, the merchants were shrewd enough to doubt the claim in their own minds, but they dared not haggle. They did not haggle lest they should lose a very valuable acquisition. Full stop. Shrewd here is Shrewd. Shrewd enough. Lest they should lose a valuable acquisition. Full stop. And so the most precious of human lives in that age was sold into slavery over a few silver pieces. And so the most precious of human lives in that age was sold into slavery for a few silver pieces. And that was the life of Prophet Joseph, alayhi salam. And that is the end of section 2 of, sorry, and that's the end of sign 20 of section 2 of the Holy Quran. When we come back, we shall go to sign 21, and sign 21 begins another section, and that is section 3. Thank you very much. Illa liqa'i. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.